All right, let's see what we have going on tonight. What is going on, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Man, I know you guys have seen the title to this video and you have seen the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. You know how we do each week. As you come into the live stream, please hit the comment button. Just go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know who is coming into the live stream. Just kind of drop a comment in there so you know I can give a few shout outs, all that good stuff. Give guys a few minutes to go ahead and get into the live stream so we can get things going. And just looking and making sure we have everything set up and going well. You guys can hear me okay, see me okay. Just put a 1 in the chat whenever you come into the live stream. And like I said, we'll give everybody a few minutes to get into the live stream, and then we will get right into it, guys. So as you saw, Livescope, Mega Live, Active Target. Which one should you get? That is the question that I have been getting a lot. Everybody, kind of wants to compare the systems and see which one is best. So we're going to kind of get into that. And what I'm looking for is feedback from you guys out there that have these three systems. We're going to be discussing Livescope, Active Target, and of course Mega Live. I'm running Humminbird on mine, so I can get some info on the Mega Live side of it. And also I will pull up some video footage from someone that put a video on YouTube just to kind of give us an idea of what the live scope looks like, and then that way we can have some type of comparison. But you guys that are coming into the comment section, if you have a good video that you have seen on YouTube, please drop that link and we can pull it up and play maybe just a snippet of that. So people that may not be familiar with either Active Target or Livescope, we can pull that up and let them see that. Like I said, we're just giving guys a few minutes to kind of, just work their way into the comment section so we can see who all is in here and give everybody some time to log in. Appreciate everybody coming back to the channel and checking out this week's live stream. Oh, and of course, as you come into the live stream, please hit the like button on the way in. That way it always helps out the algorithms, so we can keep things going, and also just help support the channel. All right, so let's go ahead and start giving a few shout outs. And I see some new guys already coming in here. I really appreciate it. And once again, can you guys hear me okay, see me okay? Just hit a 1 in the chat if everything looks good, sounds good. And let's see, I will go ahead as soon as I get a little bit of confirmation. I will go ahead and start giving a few shout outs to some people, get things going for this evening. All right, there we go. C219 Troll, first one, hit me up with the 1. All right, so everything looks good, sounds good. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. All right, so let's see who we have checking in for this evening. Who do we have? We have Bottom Line Outdoors. All right, appreciate you coming in, supporting the channel. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you also. All right, we have C219 Troll. Y'all know him. He is the guy out there winning those crappy tournaments, putting in some checks and getting some trophies. All right, so we have, let's see who else we have in here. Make sure I'm not skipping anybody real quick. All right, we have Deshaun Peck. All right, back once again. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you continuing to support the channel. And we have Edwin Scales. All right, that name is familiar. It on Instagram, Facebook, somewhere. You hit me up a little earlier. Yo, what's up? I was the one that DM you on Instagram. Okay, I guess I should have read the message first. All right, good work. Good to see you in the live stream. All right, and I think you may have had a question or something, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. And we have Josh Pena stepping back into the live stream. Appreciate the support of the channel. What's up? What's going on? All right, C219 Troll. What's up, Money? All right, what's going on? Appreciate everybody checking in. We have Corey Bliss giving me confirmation. Everything looks good, sounds good. And let's see who else we have in here. We have Matthew Allen. All right, Matthew Allen, appreciate the support of the channel. And we have Gail Jenkins. All right. Got somebody new out here checking out the channel, but actually not new. I mean, you've been supporting the channel, so I appreciate that. Supporting the live stream. All right, so we have a few more people. Looks like they're logging in and everybody is getting into the live stream. All right. So in the meantime, let me give a few shout outs to some people that have contributed and supported the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. I don't know if it looks easy, looks kind of hard, guys, but a lot of work goes into this, getting these things set up, spending time out there on the water, putting the footage together, getting out here and presenting it to you guys in a way that is helpful and will help you guys out on the water. So I just want to give a shout out to Angel Garcia. He was my very first super chat. I mean, never had one before until that time. So, hey, I really appreciated that. And, and the support for the channel. We have Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. Make sure you check out his channel. He gives, some life lessons and things like that on his channel. Then we have, let's see, Maggie, the substitute teacher. That has been actually my biggest contributor to the live streams. So what her channel is about is just basically home cooking recipes. So we all like some good home cooking. So make sure you check out Maggie, the substitute teacher. She has a very good YouTube channel set up. And of course, can't forget Joshua B. Fishing. He is the one that hooked me up with the MoneyBass logo. Really, really appreciate it. So everybody, everybody that is contributing to the channel in their own kind of way, I really, really appreciate that. And Joshua B. Fishing, he has a very good YouTube channel. He also uses Humminbird systems, and he has a Mega Live system. He has some great videos on there, guys. Make sure you check out his channel, Joshua B. Fishing. He actually has one of his videos where he is punching mats, and he is using his live system, and he is able to see the bait punch through the mats and watch those fish come over and hit it. Got to check that out. So yeah, when you get a chance, check out Joshua B. Fishing's video, guys. All right, let's see who else we have checking in. We have, let's see, who is this? Greg H. Good evening from Central PA. All right, appreciate you checking in. All right, we have Cowboy Jack from Iowa. All right, all right. So it looks like we're kind of reaching out there and touching a lot of people. All right, so let's see who else we have. C219 Troll. My tournament partner has a new 34. We're still learning, but I prefer 32 right now. Still haven't been on boat with Bird Live yet. All right, so there we go. I really appreciate that. So you can put some input on here once we start seeing the footage that I have from out on the water. Some of it is from today, guys. I was out there today trying to put some things together for you. So some of it is from today. And I think I may have taken a little bit of footage yesterday when I went out there for just a little bit. I'm just trying to get things together for today's live stream. But just let me know your input if you have active target or if you have live scope. What is the comparison? What are the things that you like, don't like about the systems? And also in the comments, guys, let me know this. Whenever you are thinking about getting a live system, what is the reason behind that? What are the things that you are expecting from that system? Some people may say target tracking. They may want to be able to see the fish themselves or the cover better. And of course, everybody's overall reason should be just to catch more fish, right? So when we're doing all of this, those are some things to keep in mind. But I just kind of want you guys to get active down in the comment section so we can make this very productive for everybody. And there are people that are trying to determine what system is best for them. So that is kind of the theme behind this, is just to put the information out there, whether it's active target, live scope, or Humminbird Mega Live, which I run. So just don't want it to be all leaning one way. So, and also, as always, once we finish going over the video footage, then well, actually tonight I have a poll that I'll bring up and just kind of go over that with you guys. I appreciate everybody that participated in that poll. And then I will pull up my on the water. Well, actually, I will pull up the YouTube video, just some clips from that, from someone that was showing the LVS 34 system. Then I will pull up my footage from on the water. And after that, we will open it up. And if anybody wants to come up, add in their input, then we can handle things that way. And also, I will continue going through the comments. So if anybody doesn't want to come up, but you have questions or anything about any of the systems, make sure you get active in the comment sections. If I do not answer the question, more than likely one of my subscribers, which are very active and very knowledgeable about a lot of on the water things, because we're working together, guys. So just drop your comments, questions in the comment section, and we'll see if what we can do to help people out. And also on the last live stream, you guys remember there was somebody that was kind of having some issues with their system. We put out some information to help that person out, and it kind of changed the way that they were seeing things. And you know, I just felt good about it because I could tell at the end of that live stream, it really did help them out. And it kind of took some of that pressure off of them of how they invested their money. Because look at it, guys, all of us are investing a lot of funds. And in the end, we're just trying to catch a fish, man. We just want to catch a fish. So we want a little bit of return. Our return on that investment is catching more fish, winning some tournaments, cashing a few checks, and getting some trophies. So that is what we're out here to do, guys. All right, let's see who else we have in here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we have Cowboy Jack said, have 4 bird control heads, went with Mega Live, works for me, one boat network. Yes, that is one of the benefits as far as for me. That's why I stuck with Humminbird. I wanted that one boat network. All right, and let's see, Cowboy Jack says, still no freezing with the 2.76. Great. That is very good information. Good to know. I know that was sent out to a lot of guys that were having issues. I believe it was more on the Solix side of things. They were having issues with freezing up and things like that. So they sent out that beta version to a lot of guys and let them test it out. And they were getting real good feedback with that freezing issue that some people were receiving. It was no longer an issue. So good to see that. That'll definitely help some guys out. All right. And let's see. Matthew Allen says, had Livescope 34 around 6 months now. I definitely think target separation and clarity is the best, especially further out in the 60 to 100 foot range. Great comment. Really, really appreciate that. So what I'm going to do, Matthew Allen, is I will have to bring this back up again, because that is really what I will be discussing tonight. That's kind of the topic, is that long range, that long distance for a lot of people that may like to fish offshore maybe. So that is what we're going to be getting into. So let me read your comment one more time, so you guys keep this in mind. He says, had Livescope 34 around 6 months now, so he's experienced with it. I definitely think target separation and clarity is the best, especially further out around the 60 to 100 foot range. And also, Matthew, if you have a link to any, I would say, videos, or maybe you have some video footage that you can kind of share with us, to where we can use that as a reference to what you feel, based on your experience of having it for 6 months, what you feel represents that that setup, you know, pretty good. All right, let's see who else we have. We have Josh says, yeah, that 276 update is now on the website for all Helix units. All right, so there we go. Let me just turn this down real quick, guys. All right, and let's see. All right, and Cowboy Jack gives, all right, Josh a thumbs up. All right, and we have, checking into the live stream, DP Darren Pearson. That is one of my mentors, guys. He says, let me see, did not recent update. Okay, so he didn't do the recent update. I'm still getting freezing, but I'm going to update my system. There you go. So there we go. One person already right off the bat knows about the 2.76. I think Darren Pearson already knew about the 2.76 update, but maybe he was on the fence about doing it. But now he knows that a lot of people are giving good feedback on that. So it seems like it's something a lot of guys, if you're on the fence about that, maybe you can go ahead and move forward with doing the update. All right, so we have Josh says, yeah, the testing on the 2.76 on Helix for the freezing issues has fixed all of the ones I have run into. All right, there you go, guys. And let's go ahead and take one more real quick. Mega Live and Mega 360 with 3 control heads, still learning the Mega Live. Your discussion with Big Jim Fishing and turning up sensitivity helped with my 360 imaging. All right, there you go, guys. That is exactly what we want. We want to hear good, positive results from everybody, pretty much, as regardless of what type of system you're running. Of course, a lot of you guys may think that my channel is majority Humminbird guys, but let's go ahead and take a look at this poll and get things going, guys. All right, let me just share the screen real quick. And I'm not sure if you guys will actually be able to see this, but I'll read it off to you. Some of you guys did participate in this poll, but I'll just read it out just in case you can't see it. Let me go ahead and move this down real quick. So what this poll says is live imaging. Do you have Livescope, Mega Live, or Active Target? What features, qualities make a good live imaging system from your point of view? And comment below. So I was kind of surprised with the results myself, guys. So up top right here, we have Mega Live. So you can't see my mouse on the screen, but Mega Live, we have 39% of my viewers or people that participated in the poll actually are running Humminbird or have the Mega Live system, 39%. 45% of you guys are running Livescope. So although I talk about Mega Live, and what I kind of keep pushing to you guys is, although I'm running Mega Live, I'm here to just make sure everybody has a successful day on the water, regardless of what system you're having, because setting up the images and being able to read what you're seeing on that screen is kind of universal, regardless of what type of setup you have. So live scope at 45%. Active target, we're looking at 16%. So active target is like, hey guys, don't forget about me. I know you guys are up there battling and everything, but you know, I got a little something to show over here too. So don't forget about me. Keep me in mind. So guys that are running active target, if you have any input or is anybody that is currently in the comment section, does anybody run Lowrance active target? If so, just let us know down in the comment section. That way, you know, you can give us a little feedback from your point of view on things too. All right, so we have, let me go ahead and bring this back up, and then I will bring up the clip from YouTube that I was telling you about. All right, so we have S. George. Hey, MoneyBass, your show is great. All right. All right. Appreciate that. All right. And he says good unbiased bio info. I mean, I try my best, but of course I'm running Humminbird system, so I don't have as much experience with the other two. But like I said, I can kind of, you can kind of relay or just use some of the information that I put out and just kind of cross-reference that to other systems. All right, and we have Harry. What's going on, Harry? Good to have you back. That is Chicken Hawk's partner in crime right here checking in. All right, so we have, let's see, have Mega 360 and waiting till Black Friday sale for Mega Live, I think. Yeah, that would be nice to catch something like that on a sale. All right, hope you are doing well. I am doing great, having a good time. Really appreciating the live stream and the support from everybody continually coming back to, you know, share information, get information, all that good stuff. All right, so let's see. We pulled up the poll. So now what I'm going to do is pull up, and just let me get this set up real quick, guys. Here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just pull up a quick clip, and this is from this video clip will be from, it's from John Cruz, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with. So he has a review up of the LVS 34 system. So right now, if you guys have a better reference that you want me to pull up for the Livescope LVS 34, just put that down in the comment section, and I'll pull that up real quick and maybe see and just see if you know, if I can play just a snippet of that. If you feel that this doesn't really, you know, show a good image of it. All right, so let's see. Is your daddy coming on this evening? Oh man, what is going on with that? What is going on with that? So yeah, I noticed that Chicken Hawk did have that little comment that he is MoneyBass daddy on that last live stream. But hey, I'm gonna get Chicken Hawk out on that lake. He's gonna have to pay for that. All right, and then let's see here. He says, got something for you later. All right, appreciate it, appreciate it. All right, so now let me go ahead and get this set up real quick. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to pull up this video clip, and it's going to show the Livescope LVS 34. And for now, I'm going to just use that as a comparison to the things that people were saying was the reasoning behind their getting the just live imaging in general. And actually, before I do that, let me go back to this poll, because there was some information in here that I wanted to read to you guys. Let's see, where did that poll go? Hold on one second, just bear with me, guys. All right, so I wanted to read some of the comments that the guys had as far as why they may have chose the system that they chose, and you know what the results are that they're getting. So we had right here, and again, guys, this is a poll that is on my YouTube channel, so you can go to that poll, participate in it. I try to put these out weekly, so I really appreciate you guys, you know, dropping in and getting active in those comment section. All right, so Steve Parker, he said active target. Being able to see fish separate from cover at a distance is most important to me. Sound familiar, guys? So I think that is one of the number one things that people bring up. And he is saying, let me see, that he has active target. If I'm throwing a swim bait, I need to see it once once to know how deep it's running at the speed I'm retrieving it. After that, I just estimate. So it sounds as though once he throws that swim bait out there, he's able to track it, and then he may be losing sight of it, but he's able to estimate how fast that bait is moving and how deep it is from what he initially sees. Since my transducer is on my trolling motor, most of my casts are snapshots where I see something for a second and throw at it. Works pretty well for my style of fishing. All right. And let's see. Then we have Mark Dalton. And like I said, guys, I don't know if you can actually see these comments on the screen good enough to read them. So I'll just read through these. And it's only just two more on here real quick. And let me this next one is Mark Dalton. I've only had it on the water once. Interference was significant, so I'm following your MB install by beefing up the power cables. I'm going to make changes one at a time in order to be thorough. I'm only 50 hours in and feel confident as I become more familiar with the menu, navigation, and system settings. Helix 9 G4N Mega Side Imaging Plus. He has two of those, an Ethernet cable, Ultera trolling motor, and of course Mega Live. All right, so he's running Mega Live, just getting that system set up and installed and just getting used to the system. All right, then we have the next comment from Eric. He says, with the new target lock system to go with the Mega Live and Mega 360, all of it together is an awesome setup. All right, so he's obviously running Humminbird system, and he has the target lock system. Must be nice. I do not have mine yet. All right, and let's see if there was a second part to his question. All right, so let's see. I just said I agree. Hopefully I can get target lock in the next month or so. Thank you for participating and supporting the channel. What qualities do you look for in a good live imaging system? So that was really what I was trying to get the guys to, the information I was trying to get people to provide to me so I could relay that to you guys during the live stream. All right, so he said, for me, it's not so much a worry to have good bait tracking. I just like to have good detail and structure and to the fish activity. So that is another key thing, guys, being able to see fish behavior. That is a very important thing whenever you're out there. Even before live came out, I was able to do that with Sonar, and I put out a video showing you guys how I was doing that. All right, and let me see. He says I've had images pretty close to big gems. And what people keep referring to in this, big gem fishing, make sure you guys check out his channel. He does very in-depth and thorough. He goes over the settings and everything. He runs Solix units, but of course that can be relayed over, like I said, to your Helix units. And also, even if you run Lowrance or Lowrance Active Target or Garmin Livescope, some of that information, whenever you see certain things, people are putting tips out there that can, kind of, like I said, be cross-referenced. And I've learned a lot by watching both of your channels. Both of you guys, keep them coming. All right, really appreciate that. All right, and then we have Michael says Livescope and Mega 360. All right, so there we go. That's somebody who's kind of mixing the system together. And that's the other thing, guys. Some people are running Lowrance and Humminbird, Lowrance and Garmin, Garmin and Humminbird. So like I said, it's all one big family, guys. We're out here to support each other and just make sure we have good days out on the water. All right, then we have live. Okay, I just read that one. And let's see if he answered the question. Just one second. Just want to skip through here. I believe all of the. All right, so his answer to the question as far as the functionality of the units and what he looks for, he says, I believe all live sonar units are good. So he kind of agrees with me on that. I think the human brain and how it processes the information is the most important part. There you go, guys. That is it. Ding, ding, ding. That is the key. Let me read that part one more time. Where did it go? I think the human brain and how it processes the information is the most important part. That is the main thing that I tell a lot of people. Whenever people have sent me screenshots or I've watched and just listened to different things where people are thinking they're having a problem with the system, they actually do not understand what they are reading on that screen. So that's not clutter. That's a brush pile. That's not clutter. That is standing timber. That's not clutter. That's a bait ball. So, there's things like that once you begin to understand what you're seeing on that screen, it will really change your perspective on things. And he says, when I purchased Livescope, Mega Live was not available. I can say Mega Live has the clearest screen. I still think Mega 360 has helped me catch more fish. And that was a debate at one time. You guys prefer, if you could only choose one, would it be a live imaging system or a Mega 360? And it was kind of a toss up. I was surprised because with me, I would go with the live system. So I would definitely go with the Mega Live over the 360 if I only had to choose one. All right. And then let me see. Oh, I love your YouTube channel. I live up the road from you in North. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. In North Carolina. All right. So we have North Carolina checking in too. All right. So let me just go ahead and come back up on the screen. So that was pretty much all of the information from that poll. All right. So that was the information from the poll. Now let me just switch over real quick. And before these comments get too far ahead of me, let me go ahead and pull some of these up. Uh-oh, guys. Look what we have here. We have another super chat. A $2 super chat. All right. Hey, I really, really appreciate the support of the channel. No question, no comment, just the pure love and support of the channel. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Really appreciate that. S. George actually has been a long time subscriber and supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate that. All right, and let's see who we have next. We have Harry stepping in again. We can see them. All right, and let me see. You'll love it when you get it. All right, I think we're talking about the target lock. So yeah, definitely. All right, and then Josh says I have target lock too. All right, man. All right, you don't have to rub it in. You don't have to rub it in. Uh-oh, guys, look who we have here. All right, we have Joey stepping in. Now, he has been a long time subscriber to the channel. Have not heard from you in a while. I hope everything's been going great. All right, so let's see what Joey has to say. Hey, buddy, just jumping in to say hello. Hope you're catching him. Just off the hill, got the win. All right, there we go. Let's hit a little cha-ching for that. All right, guys, we got somebody that came in with the win. All right, let's see what he says. Take care, buddy. All right, as always, I really appreciate it. Yeah, so we were chit-chatting back and forth earlier in the season because I think we fished, maybe it was last year, but yeah, I was at Clark's Hill and I know he fished that lake also. So yeah, always a great thing and always great to be able to see some of you guys out on the lake, out at the boat ramps, all that good stuff, and at our tournament weigh-ins. Always a great thing. All right, and let's see who else we have checking in, and then we will get to the next segment. All right, we have there we go. I gotta get this guy to come in, and I mean we can collab and do one of these live streams one of these days, because this guy's out there cashing checks on those BFLs. All right, so we have James Barnett. All right, so he says, what's up, man? Just jumped on, striker in the house. Yes. All right, really appreciate it. All right, and then we have, let's see, C219 Troll says, important for me to see my bait and fish every cast. Let's see, I watch the behavior of the fish, and that tells me how to work the bait. Sometimes best to leave if they aren't biting. Definitely, that's somebody who knows exactly what they're talking about. That's why he's cashing those checks and getting those trophies. That is some very good information. Sounds simple, guys, but analyze what he just said. That really does mean something. All right, so Shaky Head Fred. Uh-oh. We have Shaky Head Fred. Shaky Head Fred has stepped into the live stream. All right, let's see what he says. I will be running Livescope and Mega Live and need all the information I can get. Goodness, Shaky Head Fred. What are you doing running everything? You might as well go ahead and get active target too. I mean, what you said you're gonna run live scope and mega live. Woo! Okay, you're probably I think you may have meant live scope and mega 360, or just clarify that, because if you're running both systems, come on, man. Shaky Head Fred. See, I've fished with Shaky Head Fred before. He knows what he's doing out there on the water. He doesn't need all of that. But yeah, so that's pretty funny if you're planning on getting both of the systems. All right, so we have Harry. He says, or instinctive fishing like your day was talking about the last 2 weeks of the last week. Okay. See, that's it. I'm gonna have to come back at Chicken Hawk because it looks like you guys aren't gonna let that slide. And when my mic went out and he took the show over, yeah, I'm gonna have to get him for that one. All right. So James Barnett, I like Ghost 360. Okay, there we go. That is what I wanted. I wanted somebody that had the Lowrance system. He has the Lowrance system. So as we're going through this, just kind of put your input in there for people that are interested in Lowrance. They may already have a Lowrance setup and they're thinking about adding on active target. So all the feedback that we can give to help everybody out is very much appreciated. All right. So Josh says, I was on a boat today with Solix units, could see the top water bait splash every cast and follow it back to the boat. Hey, wait a minute. We can't be putting that information out there. We got S. George in here. He does not need to be hearing that information. All right. But yeah, definitely. That definitely is the case. All right, and actually, I do have a video where I kind of put some information out there showing how I set up the angles and the degrees on the transducer and the graph itself in order to allow you to be able to track that bait on top of the water. All right, then we have, let's see, Edwin says, my Mega 360, let me see, my Mega 360, make my Mega Live have interference. I heard a lot about Ethernet. All right, so he's having interference with his Mega Live and Mega 360. So I know a few months back that was kind of a big thing. Some guys were having that, but I haven't really heard that as much lately. I'm thinking for me, one of the things that I did is just the general way that I set the network and everything up, and I did not have my power cable. So those power cables being in close proximity is one thing, and then having that choke on there is something else. But you guys in the comment section, I know there's some people in here that were having that issue, but I never really had that issue unless I was in shallow water and maybe I was on something that had a hard bottom, was kind of the main thing. All right, and let's see. Let's go ahead and get through this real quick, guys, so I can go ahead and pull up that Mega Live footage because I know that's what a lot of you guys are waiting for. So I don't want to keep you waiting on that. Let's see. Let me just look through these real quick, and then we will come back to the comments. All right, so just bear with me 1 second. Let me just get the video clip set back up. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, just have to share the screen. All right, here we go. All right, and just add this in here. And let's see if I can just make this the size of the entire screen. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. Okay, so this is basically a clip from John Cruz, excuse me, from his YouTube channel. So he's just going to go over his setup for the LVS 34 system, and then I'll go ahead and pull up my footage from on the water. So that way we can kind of compare it, and then you guys can chime in and let me know what your experience is with your systems, whether you have Garmin Livescope and also with active target. All right, so let's go ahead and start playing this real quick.
I'll go through the settings here in a minute, but that's the lava. That's probably what I would use more often. And you can see when you see fish, they kind of pop a little bit harder. I like that a little bit more. But that's, you can see all these little fish down there towards the bottom. That's, 20 feet out in front of the boat. Scan around a little bit. These are 50 feet out front, and you can see that fish undulating as it swims. I mean, that is pretty amazing. But let's run this bad boy on out. 120 feet.
120 feet.
And as you can see, it just stays crystal clear. I've got mine kind of set up. You can see these bigger fish up off the bottom. They're not pulling any current here. This is Lake Chickamauga. It is not. I mean, look at the surface right there. It's green. It's got that green water. You can see the surface got some scum on it, and the picture is still crystal clear. I can't imagine what it's going to look like up north when we get up there in that real clear water. I mean, you're going to be able to see fish an eternity away in another zip code, another entire zip code. So I'm going to show you kind of my settings.
All right, so let me just skip to another part in here. He's out a little bit farther.
90 feet, just clear as a bell. You can see the way that they're swimming. Once you get more familiar with it, you'll be able to definitely be able to tell what kind of fish are.
All right, so there we go. Just wanted to bring that up so you guys can see what he was looking at, and you can see he was out. I believe he was saying he was pointing out to around 100 to 90 feet or something like that, and you can see the fish out there suspended. Just wanted to bring that up and show it to you guys. All right, so there we go. That is what we are going to, because that's the LVS 34 system. Like I said, if you guys have some clips or know some videos where they may show things with a little bit clearer image or something that you feel is a better representation, please let me know, because this is really just to help everyone out, whether you have active target, live scope, or mega live. All right, so now without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up my footage from on the water. All right, guys, out here finishing up. Start out at 110. Hold on just a second. Let me just pause it first. All right, so this, like I said, is my footage out on the water. This is the part of the video that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. We have been going over a few things before we got to this because, hey, we like having a little fun. We like hanging out. We like sharing some information, talking in the chat, all that good stuff. We don't always want to get straight to the meat of the meal. You know what I mean? But it's time. Let's go ahead and pull this up. And like I said, guys, take some notes. Let me know what you really think about the footage that I'm pulling up. And also, one more thing real quick. If anyone is seeing any type of images or anything on other systems, whether it's active target or live scope, hit me up on my Instagram. It's scrolling across the bottom. Let me know what that video is, and I will go out on the water and see if I can duplicate that and bring that footage back to you guys. So that way you will have an even better comparison between the units. All right, so like I said, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, guys, out here finishing up a quick day. Wanted to get some more footage for you guys. Hold on. The lake turnover is happening, and having that mega live system in order to see that fish behavior is the key to getting bit. What's up, guys? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some target separation on this mega live system. We're going to start out at 110 feet. That's right, 110 feet, guys. All right, so we're going to take a look at the target separation. I'm going to show you how it looks at 110 feet, and then we're going to ease in a little bit closer. Let's get straight into this video. All right, so here we go, sitting out at 110 feet. You can already see some fish out here. Now, these fish are suspended. Now, there we go. There's some more coming into play. All right, so now you see the fish. Let's go ahead and start moving in a little bit closer, and we can see the actual cover that those fish are relating to. All right, so as far as target separation, when you zoom in and look at that, you can see those fish will show up as a little bit a brighter image inside of that. So the way I have my settings, those fish will show up brighter. So depending on what type of bait or whatever you throw in there, you will actually start seeing those fish move around as I pan to the left and right. You can kind of see them coming in and out of play to the left and right of that cover that we're taking a look at. Right here, 70 feet. That's 100 feet right there, guys, and you can still see those fish out there just above the bottom, just kind of suspended. All right, just wanted to show you that. So as far as people that may have a question about target separation at long distances with that mega live system, let me just get back on it again for you. There we go. You can see the cover, you can see the fish, you can definitely distinguish the fish. And whenever you have that persistence mode on, which is that purple haze behind those fish, you can see those fish moving, and that purple haze kind of lets you know what direction those fish are moving in. All right, guys, we are out here on the lake, just trying to make sure I don't have any glare into this, but we are getting straight into this video, guys. So the thing is, can the mega live system track past 100 feet? Can you see cover? Can you see structure? Can you see fish past 100 feet? Let me show you the settings that I currently have first, because I know that is one of the #1 things that people ask about. But as you can see right here, I have the forward range set to 120 feet. If you look out here, That is the 120-foot mark. And as I'll show you in just a second, well, actually, there you go. That is 100 feet. You can see the beginnings of that structure. Well, that cover out there. There's a ball of bait fish. Right now, I have my my spot lock on, so the transducer is on the trolling motor, and it's moving back and forth, so that's why it's coming in and out of frame. So I'm just doing that so that I can record for you guys right now. But in just a second, what I will do, let me go ahead and take this back off. You've already seen the settings, guys. If not, just go ahead and rewind it back and watch this again. But there we go. That is 80 feet. Watch right here. Whenever that transducer moves back, you will begin to see that the brush piles or whatever type of cover that is out there. This right here, this is about 20 feet out. Those are some bait fish that are heading towards the boat and going up under the boat. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is with some of the other systems, they're saying that they can track out to about 100 feet or so. So I just wanted to show you guys a comparison. Whenever I'm out here on the lake, the results that I am getting, I'm pretty sure you guys can get these same results. I haven't done anything special. There are links in the description that show you exactly how I connected everything on my boat. I ran the cable, the wires and everything myself, did the connections myself. So like I said, this isn't anything that I don't think you guys can do to get these same results. What you see up here, it is 2 o'clock, guys. If I move out of the way, you can, if I move out of the way, you can see that the sun is right behind me glaring down on the lake. So I'm kind of blocking the sun right now so it doesn't mess with the imaging. But those that glare that you, well, not glare, but it kind of looks like noise or interference at the top of the screen, that is going to be the sun, because it's bright right now, guys. So just kind of blocking it so it doesn't glare on the screen, and just wanted to let you know that is what you're seeing up here. And again, there's bait fish out here. There's more cover right here, so that's another brush pile or something right here, and you can see the fish as it's moving around. You'll see those fish moving around also. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys, which is the screen clarity. Look how clear that screen is, guys. I have not really even taken the time to dial this in and get it completely clear, but I know that is a concern for a lot of guys. How clear is that image? Well, there you go. I mean, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? In just a second, what I will do is start moving towards this the cover that we're seeing out here at about 110 to 120 feet. I will move closer to that, and you will see that cover, and you will also begin to see the fish that are moving around that cover. Now, I can see those fish from back here because I know, I'm used to looking at this, guys, and I know what I'm looking for. So I can differentiate between that cover right here. Look at that. That's past 100 feet. And like I said, I'm on spot lock, so it's kind of moving around on its own. All right, let me just make sure. Okay, there we go. So screen clarity, you can see the cover, you can see the fish. So what I'm going to do now is just begin moving towards those fish so that you guys can see exactly the same thing that I have been seeing out here, and I've been trying to explain to you guys during my live streams, during my live broadcast. All right, so let's go ahead and start moving. So just keep in mind, again, we're out 100 to 120 feet is where the structure is, and we're going to head straight towards that, and you will begin to see a lot better and a lot better clarity, the fish that are moving around here. So you can see those. Well, I can see these fish out here, guys, and you will see the cover, and also you will notice the separation as far as the fish that are moving across here on the bottom. So I've been looking at this long enough to where I can pretty much look down here, and whenever I see those fish moving around on the bottom and kind of moving in and out down here, I can tell whenever there's fish down there. And it just takes some time, guys. If you take the time to come out here and put some time on the water, and it's kind of hard sometimes, but just don't fish. Just come out here and get used to your units. Get used to what you're seeing on those units, so that whenever you come out here, it will help you have a more productive day. There you go. Look at those fish right there moving around on the screen. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go ahead and begin moving closer to that cover and structure, and I'll just keep scanning and everything so you guys can see exactly the same things that I'm seeing whenever I'm moving out closer to that brush pile. All right, just make sure we have everything lined up. All right, there we go. So you can see those fish moving around right there. And it's kind of wavy out here, so you'll see that interference. And I think some of that is from the sun glare also. But that is that cover right there. That is that brush pile that we're moving towards.
And that interference is actually whenever I'm tapping the trolling motor right now. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. It doesn't normally do that. So I may just have to make some adjustments on something. But there we go. So we're getting closer to it. You can see the fish right behind them right there. You can see some fish right here. That's 30 feet. Now we're at 70 feet. Let's just keep going. We're going to go all the way until it gets directly under the boat. And what I will do is just switch over to where you can see my sonar screen also. Once we get over this, that cover right there. So we can see some fish that are hovering above that brush pile. Right now we're at 50 feet. Look at all of those fish back here. Look at all of those fish. Those are fish, guys. That is cover. That's a brush pile. There's more fish back here. And remember, we started seeing that back out between 100 to 110 feet. Look at all of those fish. Those are some very catchable fish right there. That's pretty much whatever I look for whenever I'm coming out here, guys. And now I'm just scanning around just a little bit more. Wow, look at that. Look at all those fish. All right, so we're almost over it right now, guys. I'm still just scanning around back and forth, but look at all those fish. Now we're just about on top of it. Now let me just go ahead and switch over to sonar so you can see how it looks on sonar as we get on top of it. That right there is a nice sized fish. Now we're coming up on that cover and we're going directly over it. There you go. Look at that. It's sitting in about, what is that, about 18 feet of water and comes all the way up to about 7 feet or so. And you can see those fish. Once I went on top of it, you can see those fish inside of that. And they just started going down into that brush pile. And there's some more. Now we're going back down. So I just went across a point. So that's why you saw it come up and come back down. So there's a point out here and I just kind of cut that point in half. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is cover. That's a brush pile. There's more fish back here. And remember, we started seeing that back out between 100 to 110 feet. Look at all of those fish. Those are some very catchable fish right there. That's pretty much whatever I look for whenever I'm coming out here, guys. All right, let's start off taking a look at the settings again. The only thing that I've changed is the forward range to 85. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this and start moving closer to the target, which is those fish that we just finished looking at. And just bear with me, guys, if that glare is getting on the screen. I'm trying to block the sun out the best I can, but it's middle of the day, so that glare or the that glare may get us a little bit. All right, but here we go. So you can start seeing that coming in at, what is that, about the 85 foot range. So we're just heading closer to it. And what I'll do is just spot lock. There we go, 85 feet. So I can see that cover coming up and I can see those fish that are kind of separated away from that cover. And all I'm going to do is stop, I'd say maybe about 65 feet away or so, 60, 65, and just cast about 20 feet or so past those fish. All right, just scanning left and right again. All right, there we go. 50 feet, so I'm a little closer than what I wanted. So let me just back up just a little bit. All right, there we go. How does that look, guys? Let me get that glare out of the way so you can see it. Looks pretty lovely. All right, block that glare again. Go ahead and hit spot lock. And hopefully that glare won't be too bad. Just trying to think of how I can block that.
All right, there we go. All right, so guys, what did you think? Get active down in the comment section. Comments, questions. What do you think? What do you think? Very interesting, very curious to know and see what you guys have to say. So in the meantime, while you guys are dropping the comments, I will head straight into the comments and go ahead and get caught up on everything. I've seen you guys kind of active in there, kind of talking to each other on a few things and answering each other's questions, which is always a good thing. All right, so we have Texas Snoop 2010 says, evening money. All right, good to have you back. I really appreciate you always supporting the channel. Josh says, at Edwin Scales, yes, you want to have your Mega Live and the 5-port Ethernet switch along with all the other units. This will help quiet that interference. All right, so there we go. Like I said, we have some experts in the field in these comments. some experts on the water and everything. So you never know who may be answering your question. All right. So we have Phil Bass says, hey, MoneyBass, can the download live be done with Fish Smart or SD card only? I'm not familiar with Fish Smart, but when you're saying if you're updating your system, I always download the updates onto the SD card. Can the download live be done with Fish Smart? So if anybody has any clarification on that for him, please make sure you put that in the comment section. But that is hopefully what I said will answer that question for you. Oh, no. All right. All right. We have somebody stepping into the scene, start trying to cause a problem. He says, I don't need all that either. He says, lucky I'm at an event. Yeah, so he's at an event. He's learning how to tie better knots so the next time that he's out on the lake, he doesn't break off so many fish from user error. So he's at a convention that basically teaches fishermen. No, I'm just joking. He's at an event right now, so he can't make it to the live stream tonight. But I'm pretty sure he's kind of anxious. He'll hop in on the next one maybe. All right. So appreciate you, Chicken Hawk, always supporting the channel. Strong support of the channel as always. All right. So Edwin Scale says, Josh, I heard about the Ethernet. Need to hook one up one day. Wow. Okay. So I did not know that you didn't have the Ethernet hub. So that is some very important information, guys. So he is having interference with his units, but he does not have that. He is not running through that Ethernet port. So that may eliminate that issue that he was having as far as interference. All right. So we have James Barnett says, you have to buy the nose cone, which is a simple install. So I'm thinking that he's answering somebody's question in there. So hopefully that helps somebody out. Appreciate that. Appreciate the input. All right. Phil Bass, what is that? Live? Okay, so I think that's a conversation that people are having in the chat. Let me see. Phil Bass, the live update has to be done by SD card. Okay, yeah, so he's answering that question. That's pretty much the same thing that I said. And just going to shoot through these comments real quick, guys, to see if anybody has any input about the videos that we watched. That is the thing that I want to see. So from what you guys saw, do you see to me that the systems, which do you prefer, which is best for you, is really going to come down to budgeting and what you feel comfortable with. So that's where I'm at, but I just want to get some of the opinions from you guys that are actually running the systems also. So whenever somebody saying, oh, you should get this system because of this and all that kind of stuff, trying to push people one way or the other, it's really an individual thing and mainly going to be, to me, with budgeting. Do you want the one boat network? Do you want this other thing? You know what I mean? All of that kind of stuff. What type of system are you familiar with? All right. So we have, let's see. Pull that one back up. He has very nice image. I know what I'll throw. Slab tail jig to get them crappy. Hey, those weren't crappy in that video because I caught you saw the clip. I caught some fish out of there. So yeah, so I might have to do a little something on the side, maybe a Patreon or something like that, where I give you guys some real inside tips on how to get out there and make some things happen on that water and on some different lakes. All right, so Edwin says, James Barnett, what is the nose cone? All right, so maybe he'll reply to that for you. All right, Mr. TaylorMade. All right, what is going on? What is going on? Good to have you in the live stream. Time on the water is the best training, of course. Yes, that is what I definitely push is time on the water, guys. You can't beat it. You can't watch 100 videos and never go out there on the water and go out there one time and things don't work for you and go home sad. I mean, you have to put in some time. You have to put in work. All right. And then Phil Bass says, thanks, Josh. All right. So, hey, that looks like that answered the question. Uh-oh, guys. You guys are letting somebody come in here and run this MoneyBass show. Look at who we have. We have Maggie, the substitute teacher, stepping in with a $1.99 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. And what does she have to say? She says, just passing through with the mastermind support. All right. Really, really appreciate that. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, I don't know if Maggie was here or not, but I gave you a big shout out. I let everybody know that you are actually the #1 supporter of this channel, the #1 supporter. And I don't even know if she's ever been fishing, guys, but she is really supporting this channel, and I really, really appreciate that. And like I said, make sure you check out her channel, Maggie, the Substitute Teacher. Her channel is basically about cooking, home cooked meals, all that kind of stuff, cooking healthy meals. And guys, we always need to make sure we stay healthy out there on the water, because a lot of you guys will go out there eating junk food and all that kind of stuff and wonder why you're tired at the end of the day, and you're going in with that bag with 2 fish in there that add up to a total of what, 1.38 pounds or something like that. So, but yeah, I really, really appreciate it. Maggie, the Substitute Teacher. You guys definitely check out her channel. Just give it a search on YouTube and it'll pop right up. All right, so we have Josh. Josh says, let me see, just make sure you do the update on your units first before you update the Mega Live. Yes, that is in the instructions. So make sure you follow the instructions, is what Josh is really saying, because believe it or not, there are a lot of people that are spending all of these thousands of dollars on this equipment, and they just get out there and start just winging it. They're just connecting things, and they're asking basic questions that are basically on page 1 of the manual. You do not want to do that, guys, and then be somebody that is complaining that your system is not clear, it's not working right, things are locking up, you know, just not satisfied with it, and then wanting to switch to another system. So whether you have active target, Livescope, or Humminbird, don't go in there and hook up the system wrong and then complain about it and switch to another system. I hear a lot of guys doing that. A lot of guys are doing that, more than what you think. So you can't always listen to everything that you hear. That is another point that I want to put out there for you guys. All right, so let's see who else we have. Phil Bass says, I have it hooked up to a brand new Helix 9 unit Gen 4. All right, so you good to go. Good to go. All right, let's see. Then Josh has, so Josh is putting in some work in the comment section, guys. He's helping you guys out. So just make sure you update the Helix to the 2.76 before you do the Mega Live 1.170. And also another thing, guys, if you have, let's say you have 4 graphs, 4 units on your boat, and you have 1 Mega Live system, you do not update the 1.170 4 times on each unit. That 1.170 is just updating the transducer, the actual Mega Live unit, 1 time through 1 of the units, and that is it. The unit is basically just used as a pass-through because you're updating the firmware on the Mega Live system. All right, so Phil Bass says, all right, thanks. All right, so let's see, Harry is back in the chat. I mean, back in the comments. So I know he saw his buddy Chicken Hawk on here. All kidding aside, that is good work and a great clip, but you still didn't catch that fish by the stump. Hey, man, what you mean I didn't catch that fish? You saw it right at the beginning of that video. But yeah, you're right. I didn't catch that fish. I probably caught his brother or sister. But yeah, I was out there catching a few. All right, so we have Striker says, do you have your unit on a separate pole? All right, so like I said, really appreciate you guys getting active in the comments and helping each other out. And let's see, Darren Pearson says, let me see, I don't have any problem seeing targets way out 90 to 100 feet. I only have problems tracking my bait out past 50 feet. All right, so I know that Darren Pearson is running Mega Live, so he's getting those same results as far as let me see, seeing targets way out to 90 and 100 feet, but he is not able to track his bait past 50. Maybe that's the next video, guys. But if you look back through my catalog, I already have some tracking videos out there. Even before the 1.170 update, I was tracking my baits with the 1.150 update past 50 feet. So now that it's 1.170, I mean, hey, it's golden. So maybe I'll do another, take another look at that and bring some footage for you guys, because whether it's shaky head, crankbait, spybait, even those little small spy baits, I'm able to track those, you know, at a good distance past 50 feet. Not really sure how far, but I can look into it and get back to you guys on that. All right, so we have S. Jord. All right, that was another super chat for the night. Really, really appreciate the support of the channel. Let's see, are you intent on getting the target lock ASAP? Well, the thing is, I do want to get that target lock, but I have this actually it's right behind me. I still have the Helix 10 Mega DI Plus G4N unit that I was part of my Angler of the Year package that I just received just a few weeks ago. It was for the 2021 season, but we just recently had the awards, and that was one of the things that I was awarded. But I already have 4 units, guys. I do not need this 5th unit. So what I'm looking to do is sell that at a good discount, guys. So if anybody knows someone who is interested in a Humminbird Helix G4N 10-inch mega down imaging unit, which can be used with Mega Live, it can be used with Mega 360, and you can network it to another unit that has side imaging, and you can view side imaging through that unit. So I'm just looking to sell that, and then I will use those funds to get my target lock. That is the plan. That's the plan, but you know, my plan isn't really quite working out yet. So I mean, the box has not been opened, but I keep eyeballing it because one of my units is a 9-inch unit on my boat. So hey, I mean, if nobody snatches it up, then I might be, you know, I might be adding that to my arsenal too. All right, so let's see what Josh has to say. Money, what degree angle do you have your Mega Live set at? Some of the noise on the top of the screen may be from Mega Live being set up too high and can be seeing the water surface. Yes, you are correct, because that was the other thing I forgot to mention, guys. So not only was that sun glaring out there was a lot of chop on the water. So generally, I do not have that interference that you saw on my videos. It's generally not there, but there was a lot of chop on the water. And yes, I do have my angle turned up because I was tracking top water bait. So that may give you guys a little hint about what I may have been doing out there on the water. So I appreciate that. All right, so we have Striker Nation. And let me see, you can block the interference by making sure you have a solid ground and use Sonar Pros for wiring. All right, there we go. Look at, man, what is Chicken Hawk doing? I'm gonna tell on you, Chicken Hawk. How about that? I'm gonna go and tell it, because I know you're sneaking and getting on this live stream, because I know where you're at, and I know you're not supposed to be on this live stream. All right, so Chicken Hawk says, I can hear you. Logan Martin will be painful for you, sir. Come on, man. Come on, man. You don't want that smoke. You do not want to see me on Logan Martin. So you need to stop it. All right, let's see. So we have Phil Bass is, let me see. Thanks. All right. So we still have people helping each other out. All right. So he says, mainly I hear out there between the LVS 34 and Mega Live is target separation further out in the grass. Okay. Well, I don't know how I'll be able to test that, because I don't really have a lake with grass, and I don't know if I'm going to drive 2 or 3 hours to get to one to test that theory out. But yeah, so as far as the target separation, what do you guys think about the target separation that you saw from the few images that I put up whenever I was out there? So to me, whenever I was looking, I can see that those fish, and I can differentiate those fish from the cover or the structure. Even when they're on the bottom in the rocks, I can still see those fish moving around. So it could just be how good of an eye you have for these type of things. Could be a little bit with the system, but again, I think a lot of this does have to do with how well you can read your system, guys, regardless of what system you have. But okay, so that is something to keep in mind, guys. So they're saying that distance in the grass is maybe one of those things. All right, so let's see who else we have. Man, what is going on with Chicken Hawk? He says Garmin Livescope is more user-friendly at the same price point, pound for pound. All right. What do you guys know about that? So he says Garmin Livescope is more user-friendly. Yeah, I mean, if fishing itself was more user-friendly, then maybe Chicken Hawk would get a little bit better results out on the water. So I don't know if Garmin Livescope is going to help him out anyway, but we'll have to see about that. All right. MoneyBass Daddy is telling him what's up. All right, Harry. I'm gonna remember this. All right. So Maggie, the substitute teacher, back in the live stream. All right, really appreciate you supporting the channel. She says fishing only in Girl Scouts or something else terrifying. I just cooked the fish now. Oh, I don't know. Hey, you don't want to say that to bass fishermen, because we throw these fish back. They're kind of like our partners in the tournament. So, you can't be out there eating your partner if they just helped you win a tournament. But hey, there's some crappie fishing guys in here. I mean, you know, they fry those up pretty good. They fry those up pretty good. All right, appreciate that. I appreciate that, Maggie. All right, so we have Harry says easy on the 2 fish bag in the tournament day. I know one day you would have loved to. Oh no. Okay, you got me, Harry. Is Chicken Hawk? Are you and Chicken Hawk texting each other? Because see, that is something he would have came back with, and the only reason I felt safe throwing that one out there is because I knew he wasn't here to bring up one of my recent tournaments. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason for that one. But hey, I guess you got his back on this one. All right, so let's see. We have Striker says the nose cone is for the ghost trolling motor. Look up nose cone for ghost. All right, there you go. All right, Striker also says I run 4 HDS live on my boat and the system runs smoothly. All right, there you go. Hey, and he's out there cashing some checks, so you might want to take a listen to what Striker Nation has to say. All right, and he says, DP, do you have it on a separate pole? I use Live Scanner. It's awesome. All right, so I know DP isn't using a separate pole yet, but maybe he hopped down in the comment section and replied to that. All right, let's see. Harry says, hit me up what you want for it. I'm interested. All right, hey, I'll shoot you a message and let you know. But yeah, send me a message on my Instagram. It's scrolling across the bottom because I'm not really familiar with all. I mean, I'm on YouTube, guys, but I'm not really familiar with how to use Facebook. And actually, I think I'm live streaming on Facebook at the same time. So if anybody's watching me from Facebook, I'm sorry if I'm neglecting you guys. I hooked it up, but I don't really know how to use it yet. So sorry about that one. But I really appreciate the support wherever you are viewing this from. All right. And let's see. Harry says was going to get a 10-inch Helix for Mega Live on Black Friday. Let's see. Have one for the Mega 360 already connected. All right. There you go. So how many units are you running, Harry? Because I remember you showed us your boat last time. I don't remember how many units you have. All right. Mr. TaylorMade. He says, I'm still running a Livescope system. The images work for my eyes and I can understand the readings. I turn the sensitivity up so I can track my bait 80 plus feet out, even soft plastics. Yes, there you go. 80 feet out. And he's using Livescope. Believe it or not, guys. Actually, I mean, I put the video out. You guys saw me tracking my bait past 80 feet out on Mega Live. So that's what I'm saying. I think the systems are all compatible. It's just on your eye. How well can you read it? How well can you set your unit up? How well was it installed? How well was it installed, guys? All right, let's see what Josh has to say. One thing to remember is your angle plays a key role for target separation. This is why you can lose fish or target so quickly when moving the transducer side to side. I just learned something, guys. I mean, and I didn't really think about that. By turning that angle up in order to see my top water baits better, maybe that is causing a little less clarity as far as my target separation. But like I said, for me, I can differentiate from what I'm seeing with the way that I fish. I'm able to see the fish within those brush piles, within rocks, everything that I need. And when they go under the boat, as you saw with the sonar shot, when that brush pile, those fish or whatever goes under the boat, I'm still able to track it so far back using my sonar and my Mega Live together. I'm able to see that bait move. I'm able to see the fish move on sonar, and I'm able to see the fish moving on my live system. All right, let's see. Hold on just a second. Who else do we have? One thing. Okay. And we have Striker coming up next. We don't eat the money. There we go. There we go, Maggie. I told you, you got to keep that on the hush. You can't come here saying that you're eating these spotted bass or largemouth, because these guys will get at you. There's actually debates about that, and guys getting into arguments when they find out that somebody's eating those fish. So I mean, it gets kind of deep over here. I know you're not really into the tournament scene like that, but it gets kind of deep over here when we start talking about some tournament fishing. All right, so Harry says 2 at the bow, 10-inch. Helix Gen 4, no transducer for the 360, and a 10-inch Helix Gen 1 DI SI. Gen 1 at the console, 10-inch. All right, nice setup. All right, let's see who else we have. All right, so it looks like I have caught up on the comments. Finally. All right, so we have Deshaun Peck. He says, went crappie fishing. What? Crappie fishing? What's going on with that, man? I didn't even know you had some crappie fish poles. Or did you take your bait casters and, you know, put on some 4-pound line and some little crappie jigs? I mean, what was the plan with that? All right, went crappie fishing over the weekend on my friend's boat using Livescope. My Mega Live looked just as clear as the Livescope. Just pick one. They both work. All right, there we go, guys. All right, so I think that is pretty much the thing that we have been been saying to everybody, because I get guys asking that question and I see people answering that question for people, but they don't take in consideration what that person's budget is, what type of system they already have. It's just like, hey, my system beats yours and all that kind of stuff. But hey, we're out here to help each other, to make sure everybody is having a good time and can come back and tell those good fish stories instead of the I was gonna say the chicken hawk stories, but but hey, we want guys to come back sharing their good results on the water. So that's what we're here to do, is to help each other out. All right, guys, we have been rolling for how long? It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes. This time went by kind of fast. I really appreciate everybody staying and supporting the channel. I think we put out a lot of good information that seems like it helps everybody across the board on this live stream. So for you guys that watch it on the replay, please make sure you get active down in the comment section. Always read the description. And guys, please consider joining my Patreon. It's new. My Patreon is new, so I'm still working on it. I'm going to throw some good information in there. And like I was saying, I'm going to change the pricing in there. So things are going to increase a little bit. And what I'm looking to do is have 10 guys that I want to take. And really, I want to get some of you guys that aren't familiar with their system, that are not getting good results out on the water. I want to bring you guys from wherever you're at and, you know, get you to level up a little bit. So now you can come back and let people know that, you know, the information I'm putting out really does put out good results and is really helping people. So I get a lot of good feedback from everybody, and I really do appreciate that. Let me just look. Looks like I may have had one more comment pop in here. All right, so we have Vernon Neal. Vernon Neal is hopping in. Really appreciate you coming back and supporting the channel. All right, he says, I don't have any experience with Livescope. I love my Mega Live target lock setup. Oh man, so you got the target lock set up. All right, so yeah, that would have helped me out doing this video, because when I was trolling, getting closer to the to that cover and stuff and the fish that I was showing you guys, I'm having to keep this camera still, keep that equipment in one place, keep that trolling motor straight, all of that stuff. And I target lock would have definitely helped me with that. And he says, I have a Mega 360 that I haven't added to my one boat network yet. All right, yeah. So once you get that 360 on there, I mean, you'll have the have the great setup then, because that Mega 360 will help you see things, and then you can target your live system to what you're seeing with that 360. So there's things that you won't see with that Mega Live that Mega 360 will, you know, let you see that, and then you can just shoot straight over there and target that. All right, Mr. TaylorMade says, I run 3 birds and 1 Garmin. The key to a clean picture with live images is to adjust the settings to the water clarity. All right, so that is a good point. That is a good point. So yeah, different lakes are going to have different settings. A lot of times guys are looking for that simple out. You know, they just want, what settings can I put it on and leave it there? In some cases, you can kind of leave those settings similar, but especially if you switch to a different lake, you do want to kind of experiment and change those settings around a little bit to try to get that picture dialed in. All right, so we have Josh saying, Money, we need to get together and do a video on my boat with target lock. Let's go. All right. Okay, so yeah, and you've already hit me up on Instagram, so I still have you on my Instagram. So yeah, we'll definitely plan something and get out there on the water. All right, and let's see what Red Boat says. Just got in. We'll watch you later. All right, appreciate that. I really appreciate you coming and supporting the channel. Hopping in the comment section real quick. All right, guys. Let's see. So, and then Deshaun Peck says, agree, TaylorMade. All right, guys. Looks like we are coming to the end of this week's live stream. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow because football has kind of messed things up for me. I don't watch football, but I know a lot of you guys do. So I kind of move my scheduling around. So I know Chicken Hawk told me that Sunday, Monday and Thursday, you guys are gonna be locked in on that football screen. So that leaves me with Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So maybe I'll come back and do a little something else tomorrow. And let's see. So let's see. He says, so you accept his invite, but not your Okay. Listen, Harry. I'm gonna have to put a hurting on Chicken Hawk. And then that way that'll calm all this down. That's what's gonna have to happen. So when Chicken Hawk, when you see this repeat, we're gonna have to put something together. And what we're gonna do is maybe we can actually live stream that from our phone some type of way. So we're gonna figure out something to where we can run this and actually record it live so people can step in and see the results in live action. All right. And Striker says, yep, that's right. Football is it. Fishing is it. They need fishing on Sunday. What is it? Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. Yeah, that's what they need. All right, guys, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. I appreciate the support of the channel, and I will see you guys on the next